Yeah. All right. Are we good? We're good. I got levels here. Yeah, so right now, if you can see this, if you can see this. All right, so I usually stream to YouTube and Twitch. That's my go-to. I've got other platforms too, but that's like it's the safest too, I guess the most stable. Since nobody's really been in my Twitch all that much lately, I was like, man, I haven't streamed to TikTok in forever. Um, it's so hard for me to find my streams because again, I don't really not really on TikTok like that. I'm mostly there for like a couple of people because they have accounts. But yeah, here we go. The messy thing is, so I use this thing called Restream, and it lets me see my chats and stuff like that, but it doesn't keep up with TikTok. There we go. Everything's muted. Cool. All right. Yeah. So with the Switch too, trying to figure out what to play. It's a talk about all the time. I like playing my old man games. So there's other stuff like earlier I was playing I just picked this up but I was exhausted and literally was about to fall asleep going through the tutorial because it's a forced tutorial. I just wanted to give the game a shot and they're like no, it's not allowed. I was also looking for what's on it. I was looking for Fatal Fury. I got sound on. All right, we're good. I keep forgetting to using the Switch too, so I keep trying to slide my mouse over to the screen to adjust stuff. I'm like, oh wait, no, I just gotta use a controller. Um, Well, shoot, let's just go ahead and hop in one of these here. Ooh, Super Nintendo? Wait, the Nintendo dropped off this list, which is unacceptable, so we'll go there. We'll start there. This is also funny. I got this because I have this, and this collection is incredible. Whatever year this game came out, this is like probably my game of the year that year. Um, but the Flashbacks Classics actually has other games that aren't on the other collection, so yeah, where is the Nintendo stuff at? Ooh. We'll go here. We'll start here. Oh man, again, because I use the Legion Go so much. So like every time I turn this thing on, it's like, oh, we have to verify to make sure you can play these games, which is a bit of a bummer. But again, at the end of the day, it is still cool that all of these games are on here and I can play them whenever. Like, that's what I like about it. I also I like that you can do this. If you hold Y down, you can sort by release date. So for me, it was a video game sicko. I can go in here and be like, all right, I want to play games from like, I don't know, like 1990. And I can just scroll through and there we go. Strange. Speaking of 1990, so this game right here is for sale for like $8. I don't understand why. I was thinking that it wasn't in here. I was thinking it was only on that whatever. I think it's the arcade archives thing or console archives. They're Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. They haven't put 3 out yet. Which 3 is an interesting game. Let's do a level on 1 or whatever. Let's see how far I get before I want to eat my controller. Oh man. All right. This opening right here, as I've mentioned before, probably not on TikTok. The first game I remember playing when I was a kid. I don't know why out of all the games, the first because my brother had a Nintendo. I remember playing um, Ninja Gaiden 2. Um, yeah, played Ninja Gaiden 1 later. So the way I found out about Ninja Gaiden 1 is because I was learning how to read back then. I remember playing Ninja Gaiden 2. I know we had probably Super Mario Brothers 1. I don't think we had 2, and I think like my brother used to borrow 3 from somebody or something. I would start renting games around then too. But I remember seeing Ninja Gaiden 3 finally and recognizing like the whatever the box art was, like, oh man, this is the same game, Ninja the Gaiden, whatever I called it back then. And played 3. And then we had one of the Scholastic book fairs, and they had one of those oh, it was a series of books called Worlds of Power. and it was like novelizations of Nintendo games. That's how I found out about the first one. I don't know why I didn't think there was a first game. Like I thought the box art for this game looks so cool. Um, yeah, this game it's alright. I'm saying it's alright. Ninja Gaiden 2 is my favorite one out of the original ones. Um, but yeah, let's see if I can do any weird. I love that. There's just something about this game. It's like, what it is I feel like the game has a really good flow, and it's not like the hardest game in the world. It's tough, but I think this is one of the games that gives you infinite continues. But what happens is you get to the last level, and the way it works is if you look at the top of the screen, top right, it says stage 1-1. If you die, like say you get to 1-2 and I think you die, you would start over at the beginning of 1-2. When you get to the last stage, everything works the same until you get to the last area, and I think they said it was a glitch that they just left in the game for whatever reason. It was like just the thing that, oh, this makes the game harder. So when you play the last level of this game, if you get to the last area and you die, it sends you back to the beginning of, it's like 6-1 or something like that, something stupid. So you have to like, it makes the game way harder than it should be, to me. This isn't one of those games I can like just breeze through either. There are times when I'm able to like play there and not really have any major issues outside of like the last boss, but there's other times when everything goes wrong. If I get to the part, there was a certain part, because when I actually owned this game, it was the Super Nintendo Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. There's a section on stage 2 that I was stuck there forever. I feel like it's one of those things where I probably like threw my controller across the wall or something dumb. First boss is clearly super hard. And with this game, it's one of those funny things. To me, with certain old Nintendo games, they give you a life bar, but the life bar is never your problem. What ends up being the problem is like falling into pits. Like you'll have full life, you won't have any issues killing things. And every single time you go for like a jump over a pit, all of a sudden like a bird shows up and like hits you, or somebody shoots a gun and the projectile knocks you backwards. So I will, but first, what the? Oh no. And he is the worst ninja in all these games. He's so bad at his job. Like everybody sneaks up on him constantly. I'm gonna raise the game volume a bit. Alright. Alright. There's no time to explain her. Don't you... I think the ending of this game is like you rescuing her on a... You're like on a mountaintop looking at like something collapsing. I don't know. It's either the sun rising or like a castle going down and sun rising. I don't know, something about going to the Amazon. Didn't want to waste the energy. This right here, for some reason, that spot right there, like, some of the jumps in this game are just like, man, it's so weird. There's also stuff like this where it's like, oh, here's a ladder. But it doesn't... You can't use it to go up. I never understood this stuff like that. But I guess, again, you know, it's just whatever. It's the developers being weird. So... The enemies in this game, they have this weird way of, you'll see, there's like a thing where like, all right, so they do the thing where like if you get off the edge of the screen, you walk back a little bit, they'll respawn, and sometimes you end up in the situation where they hit you, and you just end up getting like juggled to death. I feel like it happens more so in this level for me, if it's gonna happen. Like ideally, you always just go in the direction of the little scrolling, because if you go back too far, you see like right there, that guy's back. And they don't ever do the thing, like if you play Mega Man, sometimes you can get enemies to despawn. It doesn't really happen here. it's not here. No, it's not. This, I was gonna say this dude right here, the little boxing guys. Those guys are a nightmare sometimes. This was a section that when I was younger, I didn't play because I didn't play this one first. I played this one last. I played 3, and then I played 2, then 3. There was something about that room right there. I just couldn't figure out the timing of the jumps. I wonder if anybody that's like never played this kind of game, how they do. All right, here we go. This is the outside part. This was this spot right here. That guy, I don't know why, but man, I had died so much there. It's another one. There's something here. No, it's not here. I think it's not the screen, it's after this. It's like, maybe it is here. There's all these little spots in this game that, like, that's one. Or if you don't do it right, you will just die. I believe this is a spot where you need to keep running because that guy right there, where he walks at, again, I have full health. All he does is he goes over here and he slashes, and that just knocks you into the pit. So you go from full health to nothing, and then on top of that too, it's just like, you don't get any powers because you're in this area. It's nothing you can do, you just have to deal with the loss. There's something here. I think there's a guy that runs across. Usually I have a power up here, but I don't right now, so we'll see what happens. That guy, if you go back, it's one of these guys. Yeah, there he is. So he'll respawn, and you got this guy here. There we go, full health. Dead. Pits, man. I'm telling you, pits. Pits are the worst. They are the pits. It's because I didn't commit. You have to, like, time it, so what you want to do is, like, hit him in between his sword throws, but you want to make sure that one guy's not kind of behind you. There we go. Because again, his sword throw will knock you backwards. As I said, it's not the enemies. The enemies, on this level at least, are not the thing that will kill you. What will kill you is the fact that everything knocks you into a pit. Everything just pushes you backwards. That's this game. Like, that is what makes this game super annoying sometimes. They're not designed to kill you. They're designed to knock you into a pit. Super hard. This level is another one of those ones that's also kind of tough. I think this level is it's like a snow level. It starts off when you're like running through like, I don't know, like the woods, and you get to the snow area, and there's something about that. It's another thing where like there's just enemies like eagles and stuff that just come swiping at you. I used to joke about how, like, because of the way that old games used to be, it's like every ninja's mortal enemy is just a bird or a bat, because those things will, anything that's flying will jack you up so bad. Ken and I were on an expedition to some old Amazon ruins. We found a strange statue and stone tablet. On the tablet it said, "Wait a minute, you mean to tell that statue?" "Yes, precisely. I thought it had been stolen." "That demon statue possesses enough evil power to destroy an entire nation. The demon came to this earth and caused many deaths. But then Shinobi appeared to stop the demon." That right there, that type of writing would make me think when I was a kid, like, oh, this is connected to Shinobi. Acquired the strength of the dragon, and countered each of the demon's spells, and thus was able to overcome it. Yet, though it was defeated, period, the demon was not dead. So Shinobi confined the evil power of the demon in two statues of light and shadow. And the body of the demon was confined in a temple. This one must be the shadow statue, therefore. My dog is over there doing a weird thing. Now I've got it. Bye, friend. Oh no. What the? After him, Ryu. My dog does this thing every now and then where he just like finds a spot somewhere and just licks. I think it's just anxiety. I'm not really sure. Or he's, just sometimes he does it to get himself to go back to sleep. Yeah, doing that right now. I can hear it because I'll look at my bed and like, what is this giant round wet spot on my bed and say, oh no, he just sat there and just licked in a circle. It's really weird. Nope. So what you can do with the eagles on this stage is you can kind of get them to go off screen. The idea is to get them to despawn so they just leave you the hell alone. Oof. I'll take it. Oh shoot. Gotta go. Oh man. Gotta go. I'll take that hit. It's cool. Straight up using a bazooka. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but the way he's holding it and how he's firing it, I'm pretty sure that's a bazooka. Just a second. What? No, I don't want to. Why would I report myself? That's stupid. Copy link. 1. Or, where the hell's my other one? Here we go. There we go. Cool. Make sure I got my, got it back up. All right, cool. There's a section at the end of this. It's like this gap right here. That was just that, but it's like way worse from what I remember. A lot of times I try to keep certain power-ups, but I feel like, well, in this game at least, there's most moments you can kind of make whatever you have work as long as you just think about what you're doing. Like, you can shoot this, and then let that fly behind you. Oof. What's going on? Oh. Let me see. I guess I'll share this with this person. Just message me. Hold on. I need to share the live. All right. Cool. Let me split this over to here so I can see the dang chat. There should be a way to like break out the chat. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's like a separate program you can use to just monitor it. Oh well. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the game. Make sure my stuff is working. Cool. Got this. Yeah, we're straight. All right. I'm not straight. Hit the dang chat. There you go. All right. It's not here. I know it's near here. It's there. There's an eagle there. You see how I made him leave me alone? He's gotta keep pushing, he's gotta get him off the dang screen. If he's not off the screen, he will ruin your day. Oh man, I did the thing. That's the thing I was talking about, like if you go the wrong direction, they pop back up and make things so much harder for you. The bosses in this game are so bad. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. We're all the way back over here. I have 0 Ps left. So I think ideally what I want to do is just get to the end of the level. And if I can finish the level, then I'm good. I like how I said that and I almost immediately screwed myself over. We're good, we're still in the game. We're still in the game, we're still in this. We got this. We got this. So I have to focus and use my ninja training. Which is not throwing the controller through the wall. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. My favorite's so stupid. Oh man. No. Good. We're gonna kill it. Alright, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. I'm gonna take that hit. I didn't have to. I don't know how I usually do that. I feel like I usually chase the thing around and just get better timing on it. After getting back to the demon statue, I felt a strange premonition and hurried back. Dr. Smith. Ryu, the light demon statue, was taken. The light statue? Yes, your father and I. We each kept one of the statues. Cough, cough, just in case. So that the two statues would never become one. The demon's been asleep for 700 years, and now it's starting to wake up. Whatever we do, we've got to stop it. Got to get it back. There's no choice. You've got to become the Ninja Dragon. Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith. Look at this. Now he got snuck up on by 3 guys. He got snuck up on by Irene, the girl in the beginning, the first level. And he got snuck up on by the guy stealing the statue, and then he got snuck up on by like 3 CIA guys and kidnapped. Worst ninja. Sorry if I startled you. We are from the CIA Special Auxiliary Unit. My name's Foster. Getting right to the point. Wait. I want to know why you killed Smith, this wallpaper man. We didn't kill him, but we'll fill you in on what we know. We knocked him down. In the upper reaches of the Amazon, some ancient ruins were discovered. It seems the temple was built more than 2,000 years ago. The discoverer was Dr. Smith, who studied the ruins for some time. But one day, he suddenly sealed off the ruins. And ever since then, no one has gone close. Later, however, a man moved in and took over the ruins. His name was Guardia de Mew. That's not a name, whatever. He calls himself the Jacquio, whatever. According to our records, it seems that the temple is not where gods are worshipped, but was built to imprison the body of the demon. Therefore, evil spirits are supposed to be held in the statue you have. I like how the leg is just clipped out. Dr. Smith probably already knew that. He was probably killed by someone working for the Jacquio. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's one of those words that they write out and like you don't actually say it. Like you just read it and it's totally fine. When a black moon shines, light and dark break apart. The King of Darkness howls. These were the last words written on the stone tablet. If someone brings the demon back to life, he will gain incredible power. Enough to control the entire world. Oh no. So you know about that? The woman who shot you in the bar was one of our agents. They are after you. Use this and go to their headquarters, get the demon statue back from them. Oh, this is the Amazon level. I mean, I already was talking about this, but man, this was the level I got stuck on forever. Of course you'll be paid for the work. If I say no. You know the answer to that. This is just the opening of the Metal Gear. Like Metal Gear on the Nintendo. Look at that stick figure. Worst ninja ever. I don't know if I've ever seen a ninja use a parachute. This level to me is... it's very garish. Like look at this. Look at these colors. You got brown water, which, you know, whatever, it makes sense. You got the grass in the background. You got gray for the floor. You got the trees and stuff. Like it's a cool design, but like it's really hard to see what you're looking at. Nice. Oh my gosh, and then it flashes crazy colors too. That's a game over. Game over, man. There we go. We're back. I just have to make sure nothing sneaks up on me. Whatever that is. I'll leave it. That's more useful. I think I'm good. I thought I had more power than that. Oh no! Oh, come on! There we go. One hit. Like almost a full life bar into a pit. Oh, man. Do you see what I mean about the pits? This is the hardest part about this game, is that everything wants to knock you into a pit. Everything. That guy comes back, and the idea is that he comes up behind you when you run backwards to try to avoid the other attack, and he knocks you into a pit. It's crazy. That's all the design of the game is. It's so stupid. I like that transition there. So if I take that hit, that's fine. Because, yeah, there we go. We're good there. I think they're implying that's a temple. That's a pile of rocks. That is a pile of rocks. What a cool picture. Like, just think about what was coming out in the Nintendo at the time. Like, you don't get visuals like this. Like, the in-game, you know, the levels look pretty cool, the settings and stuff like that, but like, man, that scene of like him standing on top of the mountain and looking at the thing in the distance just looks so neat. This is 89. I mean, there's a handful of games around. Like, this is after Contra came out. I don't know. To me, Super C, the second Contra game, looks so much better. I don't know if this game is up there with that. Just in terms of like level design. I had to run forward because it was like, this guy is going to throw something at me. Those guys there with the weird pumpkin heads also used to scare me when I was a kid because I was a dumb baby. It just looked creepy. I used to love the idea of horror when I was younger, but I was too scared to watch anything. I would read like Goosebumps books. I would always want to read books, but like to me, I know I'm not the only one. I'm just gonna say it out loud. Like when I would go to like a video store, like a Blockbuster, they would have, you know, those like stupid movies, whatever. Like let's say like Leprechaun. Looking at those boxes, in my head, I would make up what those movies were about, and they were always probably a million times more scary in my head than they actually were. Jack Frost, that one, like looking at that box, like creeped me out because it had a weird, like it had a picture of a snowman, and you would turn it and it would be like an evil snowman. Funny thing about Jack Frost is that there's also the family movie that is also just called Jack Frost, which is also a movie about a snowman. I'm laughing because I was gonna say one of the lines I remember from that movie. Again, I don't even know if I've actually seen the movie. I just remember hearing about it in a podcast. Was there's this bully, and I believe he has the line because, you know, this what happens is this kid's dad dies on the way to some concert or something like that he's performing in, and he comes back as a snowman. And I think the kid convinces, you know, other people to believe, and I think the bully says something along the lines like, well, snow dad's better than no dad. Just so stupid. An adult wrote that line. Oh, man. You know, that man, if you didn't see him, he just warped himself off the screen. I feel like that's bad. Stupid thing coming behind me. I gotta keep moving. No. Oh man, I didn't realize I switched powers. Jeez, alright, we're good. We're good. It's the pressure of falling into a pit. As you can see, I have a full life bar, and that enemy that was just there, he was not designed to kill me. He was designed to knock me into a pit, so I'd die. It's so stupid. They're all like that. This guy here is only here. It's not to knock you into this pit. It's because you can't go to that platform because of the way he's throwing those things. So now I went back here. You also got this guy here. Timing on those jumps is so... everything's so tight. Alright. We're in. Oh, is this the... Oh, it's the stupid gargoyles. I hate these things. So you see, back in my day, a lot of games would have enemies like this that were like clones, and they always function the same way, where like there's two of them, and the idea is that you kill one. You know what? Actually, Dark Souls has, what's his name? Is it Ornstein and Smo? Is that the two? They come at you, it's like one big dude and one small dude, and like they just bum rush you. And the idea is that like if you take out one, you only have to deal with the other one, but at least in those games, like modern games, what they do is they make the one that lives like extra powerful, like they come back for like revenge or something. This game doesn't have that, at least, but you still have to deal with two enemies, and you want to focus on one to get them dead, because once you only have one to worry about, it's way easier. It's like, you know, half the battle, obviously. Here, boom. Ah, switched again. I should make them say Street Fighter sounds. Watch this man go off screen. He's so powerful. Ah, I did it to myself. Man. Man. Alright, we're good. Sorry, we're going into here with this fire thingy so I can aim up. Alright, so I should have done this. We got one left. It's never gonna happen. So there are a lot of weird games coming back. Limited Run did a remaster. I don't even think call it remaster. They ported the old Nintendo Jaws game to modern consoles, and they like changed some stuff. I was just thinking, like, man, it'd be really cool if somebody brought back the Spice World game and made the game better. Bring that back in like Parappa. No. Do you know what you're saying? What? Oh shoot, Roseanne's here. Mew! Oh, she's held by one of the Cybermen. You coward. Yeah, you... No, don't give it to him. Now, put down the demon statue on the... Put down the demon statue on the floor and back up. Nice work. I guess this is goodbye. Have a nice day. Oh, he's got a trapdoor. How stupid. Ah. Take the girl away. She is going to be a sacrifice. Ha ha ha. I think it's Monster Squad where they have a joke about that, where it's like, oh, we have to get a virgin. And they get this girl, and like, she's pretending to be a virgin, but you find out later she wasn't. Oh man. Wolfman's got nards. This world will soon be mine. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. What a shot. Act 5. Hang on. So, with Nintendo games, in the long ago time, you would get a game like this. This is it. I think there's like 6 acts in this game, I think. Maybe it's just here, I don't know. I think it's 6. But you would get a game, and this is the one game that you would get, and hopefully the game was good, because if you got a bad game, you just had a bad game forever. You didn't have free-to-play games. It's, you know, it is what it is, man. Like mine that I got, that I remember getting DJ Boy, which I think is probably a fine game, but DJ Boy is like my first playthrough. I got it for my birthday. It was a beat 'em up where you play as like these kids that are skating, they're roller skating, which I thought was the coolest thing in the world back then. Got the game, finished it in less than an hour, and cried because I realized that this is what I got for my birthday. I got to pick a present, and this is what I got, and now it's just over, and I can't do anything with it. So I think I tried to get my parents to let me take it back, and of course the store was like, well, we can't take back anything that you just bought. Which, I mean, of course, that's the policy. Doesn't matter. At least, you know, you got stuff like Steam now, which has a refund policy. I'm gonna go ahead and die. There we go. reason I died is because if I was to die later and I don't have another life, I'm gonna have to start all the way over anyway, so I'm gonna just get it over with. It's part of the strategy, man. Nice. Oh yes, this level has one of those spots where, like, if you look at the pattern, you're just like, yo, what? How are you supposed to deal with this? It's ridiculous. I think it's here. It is here. That guy right there. That jerk. That stupid bird. I don't know why it just let me drop back down. Every other time I've done that, I have definitely just died. I remember I was trying to like get through this game without dying once, and I got there, and that was the death I got. What just happened? Did you see the screen just like glitch? It's pretty baller, right? I would say that's a speedrunning technique. I don't know how it helps me. What if it did? What if it just made all the enemies, like all the flying enemies, just not spawn in this time? That'd be great. Weird. This happened again. Points back up. That guy does so much damage. Oh my goodness. Whatever. He knocked me into the next zone. That's fine. So in Ninja Gaiden 2, one of the changes that they make that I didn't realize is they let you, if you're on the wall and you need to throw a projectile, you can just toss it off to the side. Look at this jerk. Look at that jerk. He's just sitting there, just waiting for you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna have to go so far back. Man. The timing. The timing required for that right there. How was that not? Like, this is the most BS thing. Like, oh, the enemy respawn that you just killed. The one that was clearly the problem just comes back. This is even worse. Look at that. Straight into a pit. Straight into a pit. Give it one more shot. Go back to 5. Oh, I'm here. I'm 5 too. Sweet. I'll take that. This will be the last life for this, and I'll switch games after that. I hadn't planned on playing. I planned on playing through the first level. That was pretty much it. But here we are. It's the pull of the Ninja Gaiden. All right, let's see. I remember listening to a podcast and getting to this spot right here, just being like, man. This is one of those things where I think I just had a bunch of deaths just back to back to back in that one spot. This is one of the few games that I have, I finished it without it, A lot of times when I play, I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna use save states because I don't want to deal with this shit. It's so stupid. Oh, come on. That worked out. Shouldn't happen, it did. Doesn't even make any sense. What just happened makes 0 sense, but okay. Health. I think the way I usually do this is... yeah, right there. Because I don't know the legit way to do that. I've always done it that way because anytime I try to, like, drop down and fall in, it doesn't work out. You end up clipping the wall and then you have to jump back up and it's all sorts of gobbledygook. I lost my forward momentum. I don't know if this is good or not. I don't know if it's good that I'm here. I know whatever the spot is in this game. Unless I'm thinking of Castlevania, I'm pretty sure it's this game too. Whatever the spot is though, where the reset happens, the strategy ends up being like, alright, if you're gonna die, if you die, go ahead and fully die. So that way when you come back, you don't have to, you got like all 3 lives to get through it. Shoot. I do remember that part there being a challenge because that guy, that stupid boxing guy. I forgot about the jetpack ninjas. Oh, damn. I lied. Yeah, I lied. Alright, we're gonna keep going. Because I'm here. Getting too close. Sweet, we got through. It's crazy how the black guys in the game are boxers. Nice. Oh no, it's a stupid bat. Almost full life, knocked into a pit. It's always a pit. Double pits to chesty. There's an old commercial. Man, the fact that they give you something to deal with all the BS that they know you're dealing with right now. Wild. Great. Hit. Oh, man. Damn game. Pit. Into a pit. Like I said, It's almost never the health that gets you killed. It's falling into a pit every single time. Every single time it's a pit. Pit. It's always a pit. It's always a pit. It's like Bioshock. There's always a man. There's always a lighthouse. It's something. It's the same thing. Like there's always a ninja. There's always a pit. There's always a bird. Okay. Jeez. Pits. Oh, they're trying to combo me back into a pit. Not the day, Satan. Oh, geez, there's the guy over there that does all the damage. Alright. So I can go down here. Oh no, it's my mortal enemy. Oh. And then he killed me, and then he knocked me into a pit too. What a combo. I don't know what this is. I am Multh. You'll never get past me. Then I must defeat you. What was your father? But he is a much better swordsman. You know my father? Come fight young Hayabusa. What being a better swordsman has to do with this man throwing boulders at me, lightning boulders. Oh, I'm all the way back here. Oh my god. Kill me. Oh god, kill me. Kill me now. Oh man. I got so far. We'll just keep going. We'll see how far I can get. My timing is already jacked up. There is a, not that anybody out there knows that's watching this, probably, but there is a Last Ninja collection on Switch. I don't know when it came out. I think it was recently. That includes International Karate, which I think is pretty cool. That is a game that I didn't grow up with. I grew up, so I was always wondering when I was a kid, like, what's that game they're playing in Bloodsport? And I found Karate Champ in like 1998, and I didn't know that was the game. But like when I got it, I was like, oh, this game is awesome. This is what Jean-Claude Van Damme was playing. Shoot. I'll take it. 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 Oh my god. Let me get up there. Thank you. Jeez. It's all of my mortal enemies. Great. It's a guy throwing swords. It's a guy that's walking back and forth to knock you off the platform, guaranteed. I wish I knew it was in there. We're gonna check this out. I don't need that. We could do this. We'll just do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Look at this. Look at where I saved that. Funny, huh? 2023. Same stage. Alright, so he walked into a pit, and then he knocked me into a pit because he's a jerk. There's got to be a way to get over there. There has to be a way to get over there. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Not worth it. Not worth it. Alright, now I know what's in there. Okay. We can just leave. That was a waste. Is this the one that takes you back? No, no, no. You get full health here. Cool. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's it. Takes you all the way back to the beginning of the thing. Alright, so we'll just save here. We're gonna create our suspend point here, so I don't have to deal with this. There's some stages like this in games where I'm like, it's not, this part right here is not the challenging part. This is just going through the motions. I must be doing something wrong. Well, clearly. I don't know what else you're supposed to do there. The projectile seems like it just tracks you automatically. You killed my father. Killed? It is true that we fought, but your father is alive. Liar. If you proceed further, you will see him. But it will be the last thing you see. I guess I'll go ahead and save here too. Making progress, man. I was telling all these people at work yesterday about Pi Day, and like, I thought about going to get a pizza from somewhere. I was like, I don't want to deal with this. Anytime there's like a themed day like that, I'm like, I don't want to deal with like waiting in line or, you know, however the customer service is that day or whatever. Like, I'm good. Shoot. Myself. I did that to myself. Acceptable. I'm not doing that. Back over here anyway. They give you the thing that you need to get through there, but you don't have enough power to do it if you're dead. Man. We're gonna be restarting from here anyway. This is a fresh start. Bottomless pits, dude. So close. This might be it. Again, I'm so close. And I'm using save states too, which is making it even worse. Like, I'm not even like doing the actual work. Safe here. We're good. We're good. Nope, I want that. We're gonna save scum like crazy. Screw that. We're too close to the end. I hate you, guy. Why is it so hard? Oh my god. I was gonna save there, and the reason I didn't is because I realized that my health is almost out, and I don't know what that means. We'll see what happens here. Cool, we can save it. Save. What's going on? Rain possible this afternoon. What does that mean? I'm like, oh, actually, I think it's supposed to be like 40 degrees tomorrow at some point. We'll see. Yeah, 40 degrees on Monday. It's like 40s the high, like 46, and the low is like in the 20s or something. And this is the weather that gets me, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm just home for like a week because the weather is all jacked up. I told my manager, he's like, you need me to do anything for you? He's like, yeah, can you fix the damn weather? You get paid enough money. Man. Let's just save again so it's not paused. Here we go. Look at all of that nonsense that just happened to me. It's so much stuff. I went from a full life bar to all of that because I'm trying to avoid falling in the damn pit. But you got things spawning from behind you. I can't get this thing to go away. Man. We're good here. We can save here. Save here. It's like an inch forward because I don't want to deal with this section. This is one of those sections I have scarred into my memory of like, you want me to do what? Man. I'm giving myself the biggest advantage I can, and I still can't get it right. Dang it. Nope. It's not working out for you, man. Screw that stupid. The thing is just tormenting me, man. Okay, we'll do this. I'm looking at the word suspend and now I don't even trust it. It looks like a fake word. Of course you're not going to despawn. Of course you're not. Look at all the garbage that's here, like right in front of the stupid pit. Man. That's what happened last time. I got tormented by that damn eagle. Good lord, dude. They just don't want you to make it onto that platform. So annoying. I'm trying my level best. Oh my god, madam. Why are you making me demon? Man, this is not going well. wish I knew how to do that thing. There's a thing that you can do where you can kind of like jump and like get knocked forward, and that helps you out a ton. Yo, did I solve the problem? I partially solved the problem. Oh, he's back. It's all good. He's back in Pog form. Alright, we got through it. Oh my goodness. Luck. He despawned. I don't know where I was exactly, but he despawned. I worked it out. Alright. I think the white things do more damage. You know what? I was actually thinking, I was like, oh man, I finally made it. Let's go back. I had too much life here. Let's see if we can get through this with more life. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll save here. Life gone. That's only 2 hits, but man, it did a number. I'll take this. I'm slowly inching my way towards the end of this game. Full health. Save scumming. Getting through it. Getting through it. Slowly but unsurely, we're getting through it. I can hear my dog snoring. He's sleeping so hard right now. He's in the bed. Alright, we're good. All these saves, man. I keep forgetting if I save here, it doesn't do the thing where like Mega Man does, where you kind of like phase back in and you warp through the wall. This might work a little better. You son of a gun. Knocked me into a pit. Damn it. Like a perfect bowling form. Yeah, you know, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll hold this right here. This is a W for me. save here because this is another platform. Who knows what's gonna happen next? There are games that I tell people, I'm like, if you use save states and you're like, well, the game wasn't that bad, it's because you're using save states. Like, it makes some sections so much easier. Like, having to get to a spot like this and all of a sudden you have to repeat like the entire level over to get back to here. At some point, like, you get like everything burned in, but it doesn't always work out, so. Only reset. It's not I was about to die, but I just lost too much health there. Mr. Bowling Man. All that dude is doing. Save here. So like I said, just slowly inching my way through. I wonder if there's a way to do that better. So I just got screwed over by my own actions. The way I see games, old Nintendo games, like, man, if you play a game and everything is flashing on the screen, that means that the game even has too much stuff to deal with. It's crazy. Let's see. That's the goal. You have to get through that section right there. Let me in. Let me in. Thank you. Hell yeah. Screw you. Ryu, you deserve praise for making it this far. But even you cannot defeat the Masked Devil. No one can beat me. Even your father? What? Your father was not killed. He has been turned into the Masked Devil. No. No. How could you do this? It will be entertaining to watch father and son fight to the death. Wake up, father. No use. He thinks only of killing you. So this is my destiny. Malth was telling me the truth. What shall I do? I've got to think clearly. Father's eyes. They show he is controlled like a puppet. If I break the control, what is controlling him? That's it. See how much of a life we had. This sucks so much. This is what it is, man. That last one was really good. Man. Getting killed by balls. Oh, come on, I was right there. You see how close I got? Damn it. So close. Oops. Too many balls even for me. I can't deal with all those balls. Jeez. Oh, I did it. I got through it. Alright, I beat the game. I wish. Father. Is it true you got your ass whooped? Where am I? Ryu. Are you Ryu? Yes, father. Arg. He's awake. You will both die. Oh no. Watch out. Ugh. Father. Father, your day has come. I remember this dude floating up here. Twice for it to count. You see how they take my powers away, right? Like whatever I had, it's gone. Little shurikens or whatever. There's got to be a better strategy than what I'm doing. Damn it, dude. See, you want the little fireballs to go off the screen is the problem. Half the angles that you have to attack, they're not going to go off. They just come back up. How did he hit me? I don't understand. Oh, to get up there first. Son. Do. Fireballs don't do that much damage, so maybe that's it. It's got something to do with that. Take all the damage in the roll from the fireballs, but... Damn, dude. I don't know. by the loss. Man, what am I gonna do? I'm clueless, man. Dude, what do you do here? I don't understand this at all. Can't like brute force my way through it because that would be, I'd have to go up here, do something like that. I'm gonna take more damage than he's gonna get. Look at how far back you go. Where is this? Is this 6? Yeah, this is the part. This is the part because you get to 6-4, which is the boss, and for some reason they're like, "Oh, we messed up, but we left it in there because we thought it made it harder." Like, it's crazy. See, now I'm getting greedy. Oops. Sort of. Ah. Spoke too soon. No, this isn't the game. It's Ninja Gaiden 2, I think. I think that's got the 2 forms of the enemy, the final boss. This guy is just super annoying. It's because when they shoot heat-seeking missiles like that, like, what do you do? How do you deal with this? I do think I want to be here. I do think I do want to be in this spot, though. Like somewhere around here. Right there. I didn't get that much damage. I don't want to deal with that kind of damage. It feels broken. Why is it so hard? Jeez. It's that thing that some fighting games do where you have like a boss fight and like the boss doesn't like have the same rules as everybody else in the game. Like say like a Goro or something like that, where like, oh, you shoot fireballs at them, they just bounce off of them. All of a sudden you have to play the game completely different. Except this isn't, you know, it's not the fighting game issue, it's just like the heat-seeking missile thing and him if he touches you, doing more damage to you. You do one like hit point of damage to him every time you make contact with him. If you get hit with this fireball, it's 1 hit. Which is fine. But if he touches you, it's like 3. And then on top of that too, these stupid fireballs don't go away, they just stay there. They're so annoying. Wait, I think I've found a cheese tactic here. Okay. Tactic would be, we'll try it again in a second. The tactic would be, let's see. I've had a second to contemplate all of my deaths. I'm gonna do this. Get out of the way of that. Too late for that one. It's fine. If I can hit him. So what I want to do is I want to get a couple hits in at the beginning. and then I want to time it so his fireball hits me, and then I'm invincible, and then I can do like 2 hits to him because he'll do 1 to me, and I'll do 2 to him. If that makes any sense. Gotta get those forces off the screen first. Dumb. Okay, that one comes straight down on top of me. It sucks so much, dude. Going through the motions right now. Savior, whatever. At least it's past that first fireball. I mean, there is something else I could do here. Look at that progress. We're gonna save. Screw myself over, we're gonna save. Save every single hit because this is ridiculous, dude. Time for me to get hit. save here, even though I have no life left. Watch this be a terrible decision. You. Thank God you're safe. Ooh, they said the word. They said the G word in this game. Let's go, Father. Let's get out of this temple. Ryu, wait. Before we do the demon statues, we've got to throw them from the temple. While we've still got time before the black moon shines. That's right, there is another thing, isn't there? Ryu, what's that? Oh no. Is it a lunar eclipse? That must be it. That's what the black moon meant. Oh no, the demon statue. This is what I remember here. I remember being here, Nick, man. Because this is one of those bosses that has... This is... I was thinking this was the thing that was in part 2. When I got to that room, I was like, oh, there's no space for this thing to be here. Hang on a second. Oops. Did I switch it? I did. All right, BRB. Here we go. I saved, right? I did save. I'm gonna save again. I think it's the head. You have to hit the heart. That's right. Okay. It's been a while since I played this. So what I'm looking at right now is I am playing this game as almost like a bullet hell game, because that thing is shooting up projectiles. So if I focus on that, the slashing part's gonna be whatever. It's just making sure I don't get hit that much. So I have to go on after this thing is gone and hit the heart. Remember. I was looking at what I was hitting, which doesn't even make any sense. You don't need to worry about that. You just need to worry about not getting hit yourself. Yeah, suck it, nerd. Suck it, nerd. Oh man. Wake up, father. Wake up. Wake up, father. Wake up. Ryu. I haven't got much longer. This temple is about to break apart. Take that woman and escape. What are you saying, father? I can't just leave you. Ryu, you are a man now. My destiny is tied to the demon statue. Oh no. Ryu, Dad. Ryu. Good luck. Father! 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 Nobody. I can tell you when my dad passed, I wasn't sitting there and looking at him and just screaming, Father. It was different. He did not die in a temple. He died at home, surrounded by those he loved. But yeah. There was no point where I was sitting like, oh man, you know what to say? It screamed Father to the heavens. I remember this. Again, when I finished the game, the first time I finished, I think it was on Super Nintendo. It was either Super Nintendo or it was in an emulator. Who knows? I do feel maybe I think it was the emulator. I remember playing it with a friend, or he was watching me play. He's like, "What game is that?" Because he had never actually seen Ninja Gaiden before. We played a bunch of Dead or Alive, and yeah, he was sitting there. He's like, "How are you supposed to beat that? Was that stupid the Jack Neo guy or whatever at the very end?" Like, I don't know. This is Sea Swallow. I bet it is. This is Foster. We detected the explosion from the satellite. Job well done. You are to kill Ryu. Oh man. No, I don't think I will. What? Kill Ryu? That's right. Then you are to steal the demon statues. So this was your plan all along. I'll get you for this, Foster. He looks so happy. Ryu, you. I get two kinds of payment. The first I have already received. Hold on, Ryu. Oh man, he's pulling the thing. The second is you, Foster. Oh man. Ryu, wait. Ryu, what is the payment you have already received? She's right in front of me. Oh, Ryu. Oh, sliding faces. Oh, look at that, their faces slid together. don't even know your name. Just call me Swallow. Irene Lou. Well, Irene, look, the sun is rising. Everything is so bright now. Yo, your dad just died. The darkness is finally over. What an ending for a Nintendo game. Again, you don't get this in Nintendo games. I mean, you get like Mario 2 has the thing where he's like in bed dreaming. Or is that Mario? I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 because 2 has Wart. 2 has it's a really cool looking thing. Ninja the Gaiden. Nami and Masita. Kevin and Daniel. Oh, thank you, Kevin and Daniel. Sound design, Moriyama-san, BB Hagase. It's reserved. Ian, question. Thank you for playing, and see you next Tecmo. And see you next Tecmo? What? And see you next. And see you next. What does that even mean? It's weird. I guess this is when you would get up and go turn the Nintendo off. Okay, that's cool. Good job, us. We beat it. 1989. Tecmo Bowl. Ninja Gaiden. Cobra Triangle is a really cool looking game. So is the problem with Dodgeball is that it has a bad frame rate. Tetris is 89. What else is 89? All these. Okay, Star Soldier. I feel like there's something about Star Soldier. I never really got into the series. Whenever I would come across one of the games, I would get them because I had heard great things about it, but I never really clicked with it. Battletoads is 1991. I mean, Blaster Master kind of has a cinematic opening, I think. At least the US version does. This isn't in the Japanese version. I think you're some sort of like Space Force thing. This is where, what's it called? Imagine Dragons got the idea for Radioactive. There's huge fans of Blaster Master. The way that they just make up a story. The idea is that his pet frog escapes, goes into some radioactive waste, goes underground, and he's on a quest to find his pet frog and whatever else happens along the way. Mario Madness. Yeah, the box art for this game looks so good. It's so good looking. I used to stare at this and I was like, man, look at how cool he is. And I would try to figure out like what frame that's from. I don't think that's actual scene in the game. of him being right over lava, shooting a fireball at a brick wall and jumping. Like that doesn't even make any sense. But here you get the hand drawn art, and I would like put, I would because my brother somebody had this cover, and I would put a piece of paper over it and try to like trace it so I could draw Mario, and then you get from there you go to there to three, and threes to me like it's simple, but I feel like this box art is like it's iconic. Like this sticks up there, the Ninja Gaiden box art because it looks so cool. Like look at that. Ice hockey made me think ice hockey was way bigger than it is. Oh, do they have Blades of Steel? Isn't in here, is it? Blades of Steel. All right, so we just played the Ninja Gaiden, right? Check this out. I was convinced that this was a sequel to Ninja Gaiden. What's funny is that it's not. It's just called Shadow of the Ninja. It's from another company. Um, However, when they put out a Game Boy version, I think in the US they called it like Ninja Gaiden Shadow or something like that. So it's all weird. I'm gonna be the girl this time. You got the same stage structure, and you come in and you're a ninja. Like I thought this was somehow connected because it was another ninja game. I think. Hold on. Let's check something out. I feel like there's a new Shadow of the Ninja. Not a new one, but like a re-release or something, like a maybe a modernization of it. Oops. Shadow. Yeah, right here. Man, I thought I was imagining that for a second. Yeah, look at this. It's weird. It's when they bring games like this back, I'm like, man, why did you do this? But I'm also happy that you did it. But again, I didn't buy it either, so I'll put this on my wish list, so don't forget about it. It was just weird because it was a Ninja Gaiden spinoff. Well, inspired by Ninja Gaiden. Um, and then they brought, you got the, what's crazy is that those games are both dormant for so long. Like last year, you get Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi, they both come back. Um, this is a game I keep almost getting. I refuse to spend full money for it because I can't play the Turok games. Actually, let's go ahead and close the Nintendo stuff. We did beat the game. We beat Ninja Gaiden. Do I have Turok installed? I might not have Turok installed. I might not have bought Turok on here. I think I have it on PC. Well, either way, the thing about Turok is that I think it shows up in here. It's one of these two. It should be under this one, but I'm gonna check here first. Let's see. The craziest moment to me. So I was telling people all the time, I was like, man, if you sign up for the expansion pass, you get access to all these old games. Like, why would I pay them money for that? I'm like, it's so much cheaper. It's like $50 a year. You pay like $25 a month for Xbox Live Gold or whatever they call it. With this, at least you get access to these old games. So they put this out here, and they put GoldenEye out, and then you also have F-Zero X and Blast Corps. You got Banjo Kazooie. I hear people say great things about Excitebike 64. No memories. I think Extreme G is pretty cool. I think Iggy's Wrecking Balls is interesting. Harvest Moon 64, really cool. GoldenEye, Killer Instinct. Like, look at the games that you get. This is just the N64 stuff. Anyway, it's not in here. Ridge Racer 64. How wild is that? They even put Sin and Punishment in here. Like, come on. For like $50 a year? How was that not worth it? Then they also made the mature one. So we're going to go back over there. Mature. Not a fan of that. Mature 17 plus. Yeah, you got Turok and Turok 2 in here, and Perfect Dark, and Shadow Man, and look at this. All of the games except for one are from Acclaim. I thought this game when I was younger was like So important because I remember seeing the commercials so much. It was just somebody saying like the future is forsaken, and you would see this girl and she had the teardrop in her eye. And I was like, man, what game is that? And you play it, and it's basically just Descent. If you ever played Descent, it's not that far off from that. Where you're like, it's a what do they call it, 6 degrees of freedom or whatever, where you can kind of go in any direction. Like a space combat game, but you're instead of being in space, you're in like tunnels and stuff. Never was a big fan of Perfect Dark. I think I could be. I think I just need to play it more. Um, I rented Perfect. No, I think I rented Donkey Kong. So I think I rented Perfect Dark because I wanted to play it because I heard it was the spiritual successor to GoldenEye, and didn't realize back then it's like, oh, you need the expansion pack to actually like have access to everything in the game. So the video, I think I was going to a Hollywood Video, and the deal was if you rented Donkey Kong Country 64 or Donkey Kong 64, they would give you the expansion pack. Like you could just borrow that too. So I had to go back to the video store to rent that, which cost like more money, so I could play Perfect Dark. Because without it, all you could do is like basic bot matches and maybe a couple of levels of the game or something. Anyway, this is good. This game is. I feel like I know I'm wrong about this game. What it is that they took the single player stuff that was in GoldenEye that I thought, I always played on like Agent, whatever the easiest difficulty was, but they took all that stuff and fleshed it out. Um, yeah, here we go. Holograph radioactive isotope. That's just 3 words put together. Locate Dr. Carroll. It's even clearly going for the same vibe as GoldenEye. Oh, this was neat back in the day. What?
Huh?
What the? Huh? It's crazy that they go from this game here
What?
to Perfect Dark Zero, where they're like, we have to make her younger. And what's crazy is I personally thought, I didn't think Perfect Dark Zero was like the worst game ever. Like I did play a decent amount of that. It wasn't as, it clearly wasn't like the game they thought it was going to be. That's fine. Where's reload? There's a reload animation. Nice. Sorry, trying to get my thoughts together. This game was not what they thought it was going to end up being. To me, like I feel like people that played it, people that gave this game a chance, probably liked it a decent amount, but it didn't blow up the same way GoldenEye did. Perfect Dark Zero, when it came out, it was like the big launch game. Like, oh man, they were saying something about they're going to be able to scale the levels and it's going to take advantage of everything on the 360, like the power that it's capable of and stuff like that. It ended up being just whatever. Especially, by the time like you get stuff like when Call of Duty 2 came out, which is also a launch game, like to me, Perfect Dark Zero looked bad compared to that. But like I said, I got Perfect Dark Zero later, and I still had a good time with it. Mostly messing around with multiplayer though, so yeah. I'm a big fan of any game that gives you like bot match options. Actually, can I quit this? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm trying to go back to. Yeah, there we go. I think it's this. I think it's this here. So from what I remember, you were able to go into here and you could set up the kind of match that you wanted. The simulants. All right, so these are the people, like the AI that you can play against. And I remember, so back when this was when the game was coming, or the game had just come out, I think GamePro or maybe Tips and Tricks had this thing like, oh, you could play this game and it's like a zombie thing. So you would go in here and you would choose something, and it was like this right here. So the idea is that you switch it to fist and you switch them all to fist and maybe raise their life. So what that means is all of a sudden all they can do is just punch you. It was just different variants or whatever, stuff that they just have in games now, but it was different back then. So they should have 4 bots in it. And the idea is that the bots that are in here, why they would call this like, oh, this is like, it's like zombies or like a horror movie or something, is because all they can do is punch you. But there's 4 of them, and you could also, there's some way that you could give them like more life than you have or whatever, so it was extra difficult. I forgot about that. I forgot about if you get hit, you drop your weapons. Alright, anyway. Yeah, man, this game had a lot of stuff in it back in the day, and I didn't appreciate it back then. People were talking about how good Perfect Dark was. To me, the game that was like, that gave me that same feel, because I was reading stuff. I had a PC by that point. I think I bought Unreal Gold. I think I had Unreal Tournament. I wanted to get Quake 3, but I could never find it. Turok Rage Wars was designed to be like a multiplayer only game. And I remember I played so much of that just against like bots. Same thing, like trying to set up different scenarios and stuff. I remember Turok 2 was a big deal. Oh, look at you. Hey there. Hi, Pam. Oh, man. I had no clue you were here. I got so wrapped up in the stupid game I was just playing. um, Look at that frame rate. Beautiful. Yeah, I never stream here. I really should. I definitely need to come on here more often. But what happens is I say that and then I don't stream here for like 3 months. So I remember being at school and this kid coming up to me and being like, "Do you know what the code is to unlock everything in Turok 2?" And I was like, "Turok 2 makes me sick." It is. Let's see. Beware Oblivion. I think this is it. Beware Oblivion is at, and I believe this is the code to unlock everything in the game. Big cheat activated. So you can go in here and then turn on all sorts of stupid stuff. Gerard mode, I think gets rid of the shaders. Fruity stripes, warp, go to wherever you want to go to. I don't have a problem in this game with any of the ammo or anything like that. Like, this game is, people consider this game to be like pretty cool if you can play it. But for me, what it is like, it's the head bobbing. Like, the game is constantly just like tilting. It's awful. I am Adon. Talk. I don't think I ever thought she was hot. But I can imagine a role where somebody's like, oh, this character's hot.
Greetings, Turok. I am Adon. The elders of the Lost Land, known as the Lazarus Concordance, have charged me with the task of guiding you on your quest to stop the Primogen.
What is she wearing? It's like she's wearing like yoga pants with like a weird belt, space belt, whatever. But the top is the thing I don't understand. It's like a bra that is, I don't know what that is, like a sports bra top thing.
Will destroy your universe. You must stop the Primogen, Turok. Protect the energy totems at all costs. You will also be given additional mission objectives as you venture deeper into each of the worlds that you must explore.
I've been on here for, let's see, what is it, like 2 hours now? Oops, there we go. I have too many different scenes set up. There we go.
Village has been utterly destroyed by
Yep,
the dinosaur
2.5 hours.
under the Primogen's command. In the hills surrounding the city, the battle wages on as stragglers are hunted.
So I'm on the Switch. This is the Switch one. My bad. This is the Switch 2. But this is Turok 2.
The dinosaurs are genetically engineered dinosaur hybrids.
The thing about Turok 2, let me go ahead and skip this intro if I can. Oh, can't skip it. Turok 2 is a game that all the Turok games, at least 1, 2, and 3, they made another one in like 2008, and they have a new one coming out this year, I think, or next year or something. There's something about the way the games look and the way that like everything is, it's just so confusing. It literally makes me get motion sickness. No other game really does that to me. I played a couple of VR games that do, but like that didn't come out until 20 years later. This is from like 1998. So yeah, it was like 2018 when I got my VR headset, like 2017, 2018. And even then, most VR games didn't really make me motion sick. It's just something about this game. It's the way that it looks like this. Like, you see how it's like foggy? And then the way that the walls are set, like this right here, where everything feels a bit too maybe stretched. And then when you start moving, you see the characters just like their head movement is crazy. They have a modern port, and I'm able to turn all that stuff off, and it actually makes it a little bit more tolerable for me. But like, still, even then, there's just something about the way the game looks. It's just like, it's disgusting. And what was messed up back then is like when this game came out, is it was such a big deal. Like the kids that knew that I was into games at school, it's like, oh man, you haven't played Turok? And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll rent Turok too. And like I played it like that entire week, and I was just sick. There's got to be a better control scheme. Oh, there's also this over here. It's no good. High res. Let's see what this is. What is high res LB? Like even here, so what happened is like it just zoomed the game in more, and it's something about the way that the game was like zoomed in. In the way that, you know, if you look, like the view is constantly kind of shifting up and down. Just, oh gosh, flashbacks. And what's funny is I thought I was alone, right? So when I moved from Georgia to Florida and finally made new friends, I remember talking to somebody about Turok, and he's like, dude, that game makes me want to throw up. That right there, like, look at this. It's like you climb a ladder and like you're just like, the way that they shift up, it's nauseating. It's better in this game than it is in part 1. Part 1, when you start going up ladders, the entire, like, you start going up and you kind of like go through layers of like fog or something like that, and all of a sudden you're just like above the clouds, and it, again, that doesn't make any sense either. I want to stand up. I am standing up. I just can't get up here. Why is this? Why are we like this? There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this though. Again, the game will definitely make me feel like motion sick. Sweet. Let's see. This looks like, because there's no Switch 2 banner on it, I guess this doesn't have it either. This looks like this game should be on regular Switch. But it's a Switch 2 exclusive, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if I've really played this on here. This game, I bought it twice. I bought it on PC, and I was totally fine with that. But it doesn't let you play offline, which is crazy. Again, I was trying to get rhythm games on Steam that you can play offline because for some reason, like 80% of them, you need to have a connection. Mario Odyssey, is that the one? It's like the 3D Mario game with a cap. I haven't. The only Mario game I have is I got Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which I don't think. Some people say they really like that game. I think the game that everybody really wants is Odyssey. Oh, no. If you get the Switch Online thing, hold on. You're talking about this. You're in here, the N64 thing. I will go back to the game I was just in a second. Hold on. Mario 64. Right here. Right here. This is part of the Switch Online. I think it's the expansion pass. It's like $50 a year. To me, that's not terrible. Again, I mentioned this earlier. It's like if you get an Xbox or maybe a PlayStation 2, I think you have to pay monthly for the online, and it's like $20. Like, to me, spending $50 having access to online, they add games every single month or every other month or whatever, and you get this. Like the games that you get in here, like to me, like it's $50, right? But I feel like, if somebody's like, hey, I got a copy of Mario 64 and it's $50, but I'm cool with just that. You have that. You've got like the Donkey Kong games on Nintendo or Super Nintendo. There's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff. Yeah, for me, I got this game. I got my N64 as a Christmas present, and I know I got this game. I don't remember getting another game. I know my parents were like, "Where's your other game?" And I was like, "What?" And apparently, what it sounds like is they bought Wave Race for me, and they lost it. Like they just didn't bring it home and didn't realize it until Christmas Day. But I spent so much time in this game back then. Like just sitting here and like wandering around and be like, "Oh man, look. Is a weird sneak thing." What's cool is you can look up videos when this game was first shown off, and this is the first time that Mario had been in 3D, and it almost sounds like the people that are seeing are just like in tears. They're like, wow, this is so cool. All the weird movement stuff you can do. The long jump, learning how to do that back then was crazy. And then people started doing weird stuff with it. There's somewhere you can like do that backwards. I still think this game has some of like the best movement in any game. You can do stuff like that right there. You got the butt stomp. That's always fun. It's just how like it's so, yeah, memories, as you said. I remember so I don't know if Crystal is older than you are. I'm not sure. But so for me, my brother is 7 years older than me. All the video game stuff I had before then. So we had a Nintendo when I was a kid. I remember the first thing I got as like a thing for myself was I got a Sega Genesis. I got a Super Nintendo later on. When I got the N64, he refused to hook it up for me. I was like 10 years old, and I'm sitting there and I asked my parents. Yeah, there's a thing where people are thinking that there's all sorts of stuff with Luigi. There is a thing in here where somebody was able to find a statue, and if you zoom in on it like this and you read it, it says like, it says L is real, and it's got some random numbers. Yeah. Actually, the DS version of Mario 64, like the Nintendo DS, not 3DS, it has it's got Luigi, Yoshi, and Wario as playable characters. And my brother is what, like 46, I think. Like I remember playing this game and getting in here and just being like, man, this place is huge. Look at all these levels I can go to. I don't even think I knew there were levels at the time. This game, and it's crazy about the game is like the more that you play it, it opens up more and more of the castle, and it's not even that. It's like, all right, so let's go ahead and just apply the first level real quick. You're not gullible. You are. I don't think you're gullible. I think you're a national treasure. Big Pom on the summit. Big Babom. Babom. That's it. Getting here and just seeing the scale of everything back then was just like, wait, what? Oh, you can do everything in 3D? That also, so there's the thing about this game where obviously you can jump on enemies, but as you can see, jumping on stuff is a pain, which is why they gave you the option to punch, because they're like, well, this will be a little bit easier to do in 3D, just in case. Let's go ahead and just get through this. So the thing, actually right there, so the thing that I thought was super cool about this game is like, each level has so much stuff that you can do in it. Scary Hunt, see the red coin on top of the stake. You collect 8 of them, a power star will appear in the meadow across the bridge. Seeing stuff like this, I mean, I guess when I first played the game, I would have just been kind of like walking around and trying to get a feel for everything. Does this actually say anything here? The shadowy star in front of you is a star marker. When you collect 8 red coins, the star will appear here. Seeing stuff like this, we're like, oh, you can do the butt stomp, and all of a sudden it makes the thing on like the stakes drop down. That was super cool to me, because it's the first game I remember playing like where you actually had an impact on the world. There's, gosh, there's so much about this game. It's just like neat. I feel like the game holds up great to this day. I have heard younger people say, oh, this game, there's no way you can play this now, because they don't like the way the camera controls, but I'm like, man, back then we didn't have 2 analog sticks. We only had 1 stick and we were happy, damn it. I didn't notice this fence back then was 2D. Back then it looked like the fence was, you know, it's a real fence. It's a real barbed wire fence. You gotta be careful. What else? There were these. Seeing these and then seeing them get big like that, that was scary. Hold on. So there's a game that came out a long time ago on PlayStation 4 and PC, and it just came out on Switch within the last month. It is called the Disney Afternoon Collection. I think it's $20, and it is a lot. So originally it was I think it's like 4 to 6 games from the Nintendo. It is you get DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale 1 and 2. My bad, DuckTales 1 and 2, Chip 'n Dale 1 and 2, and then Darkwing Duck and Tailspin. So the reason I'm saying this out loud is, again, they just added to the Switch. Hold on, let me go and pull up just so you can see it. $20. They added games because the game came out like 6 years ago right here. It's on the original Switch also. But they added, as you can see in the bottom corner over there, it's got, is it Bonkers and Goof Troop? And Goof Troop, this game is so cool. Bonkers, I didn't play it. Unfortunately, it's not the Game Boy one. I know it's the one you grew up with, but show me the picture, man. Switch the picture over. I have to show the pretty. Look at that. Look at that. This feels like a weekend rental game right here. Like a game that I would have seen and be like, man, this looks just like the cartoon. I love Darkwing Duck. Love the game. But yeah, $20 and you get 6 games, maybe 8 games. I'm bad at math. Okay, yeah, it's 8 games altogether. They don't really add a ton of the games. I think they have some like artwork you can look at. But I mean, the thing is that like all the games in here, like man, DuckTales alone, like the soundtrack is so good for $20. If you go to the store, it's on there. The eShop thing. I'm gonna go back to the home menu. So you go down here on the bottom, eShop, go there and just search for Disney Afternoon. I think if you search for Disney, it'll probably be the first thing that shows up. Maybe. Let's see. Disney right there. Autocomplete, spin start to search. Right there. This is the one that you don't want the Switch 2 one, you want the regular Switch one. But this also comes with the extra games. And again, because of Nintendo games, everything should run fine. But yeah. $20. $20. I spent $20 and I didn't get all of these games on PC. And what's crazy is so I had a Switch. Kind of let somebody borrow it. So I guess you could say I sort of gave it away to somebody because they were going through some things. I felt bad. I got a Switch Lite. When I got the Switch Lite, I was like, oh man, that Disney Afternoon Collection came out. Let me go download that. All of these games are Nintendo or Super Nintendo games. This collection just now came out on here. It was on everything else except for the Nintendo platform. I think it was on the Wii U actually. So the release date, like I said, it just came out like a week or two ago. I guess that's 3 weeks ago, but still. Disney Afternoon Collection. Highly recommended. There's this. This is not as recommended to me. I own this on PC. The thing is that Aladdin is a really cool looking game, but it's only going to get you so far. And then The Lion King is also a cool game. But The Lion King, I don't know why this game, Lion King is so hard. And then what they did is they have other versions of the games. So if you want to play like I think it's the Super Nintendo version, you have to get this collection here. Which also adds in the Jungle Book, which is a game that I have zero. I never touched this game back then. I've never been a Jungle Book fan. It's all right, but it's no Aladdin. Anyway, but yeah, that collection is out as of a couple weeks ago, and I think it's super cool. I think it's super cool. They finally put it out here. Overdue. Anyway, here we go. Mario 64. Just so I can explain the thing I was trying to get to before. Let's back it up. There we go. So you get all the way up here. I like I mean, I like the music in Aladdin. I haven't seen Aladdin forever. There's something really scary about Aladdin. I guess it's just Jafar, like the way he was. Like he just seems so like super crazy evil. But I mean, A Whole New World to me is like that's a song that like every now and then I'll be in a grocery store like I'm just gonna sing the song. I don't care if anybody says anything about it. It's so good. That song is so good. And then the fact that they like added that to the game, like they made a level out of like the Magic Carpet Ride stuff, that's so cool. Yeah, the music in those what is the song from? I was actually singing Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid the other day, which is whatever. But what is that other song from The Little Mermaid? Anyway, not Under the Sea. Definitely not Under the Sea. Anyway, whatever. Besides the point. The thing is that like those games, a lot of the Super Nintendo and Nintendo Disney games were so good. They're so good. There we go. We got the Power Star. I got the first star. Seeing this back then, after coming from playing Nintendo Mario, like Super Mario Brothers and like Super Mario World, and even Super Mario World 2, seeing this and be like, man, I was all the way down there and I got all the way up here. Crazy back then. Even then, when I look at the game now, I'm like, man, I still think this game holds up. Oh, Milan. So, the thing about Milan is, what would happen is I would, it was like Friday nights and Saturday nights, I used to play fighting games. It would just be a thing where like, be playing with people, we would host a server, and people knew it was like, oh, because I'm not like, I don't have great records in fighting games, and I'm not bad at them. It's just if I play like against really good players, I'm going to lose almost every single match. If I play against like average people, usually destroy them. Somebody would get really cocky, and then somebody would go, Jason, go beat him. I'm like, all right. So all of a sudden, I would just like actually put effort in, and they would start singing that "I'll Make a Man Out of You" song from Mulan, which is always good. Like when the person's like, oh, I can't get any hits, and it's like, I'll make a man out of you. Here we go. So when I played the game originally, you get the first star, and it's like, all right, what do you do? Well, I can't go in here. I need 3 stars for this. I need 1 star here. Is this the underwater level? I'm not. If it is, I'm not going. I'm not actually going to go in any of these over here. I'm going to open the door. So you go in here. Oh yeah, this level also kind of sucks, but whatever. You unlock another level you can go to. That's pretty cool. But then you realize like, oh wait, look, there's another 1 star up there. Let's go check this out. And you go up here. Oh wow, look at that. You open this up, and then you've got another place you can go to. It's like, oh wait, I can't go in here. I can't go in here. What is this? Did they explain what you're supposed to do here? Because I feel like this took me a while to understand. Mario, my castle is in great peril. I know that Bowser is the cause, and I know that only you can stop him. The doors in the castle have been sealed by Bowser. Can only be opened with star power. But there are secret paths in the castle that Bowser hasn't found. One of those paths is in this room, and it holds one of the castle's secret stars. Find that secret star, Mario. It will help you on your quest. Please, Mario, you have to help us. Retrieve all of the power stars in the castle and free us from this awful prison, please. So I came up here, and I was like, what do you do? What do you do? I can't go in anything. And I feel like I played the game, I probably had like 30 stars. And then I got in here, I was like, yo, what is this? And you go in here, and it's like, yo, you can do what in this game? Oh man, this game's crazy. And then seeing how this looked, so it's just the slide, you just go down the slide. They have a timer at the top, whatever. This was always fun. Missed it. I'll never be a speedrunner at this rate. I don't think it's on this one. One of the levels you can, like, if you angle it right, you can drop down and go straight down. It was just so cool, but alright, whatever. So I got 2 stars now. I need 3 stars to go into that door over there. And then this has a key up top, and that one up there needs 8 stars, whatever. That needs 3. So when I realized you could go here, so I'm like, I already beat the first level. What do you want me to do? And you go back in, because I didn't have a strategy guide. And you're like, yo, there's another mission that you can do? What is this? And you go in here and put where's it? Poop the quick. And then there's just another character here. That was crazy to me. It's like, oh man, you can replay the levels and there's different things to do. But then later on, probably after I finished the game the first time I went back through it, I was like, man, I wonder if we're gonna get hit. Oh, we're good. I can't see. There we go. That's actually the complaint that people that are younger have. So you do this. This isn't even listed. And what I thought was really cool about the first time I did this is like, oh, I'm like going out of sequence. Like, this isn't what the game told me to do. Can I get the star? And then you do. And then when you do, so now I've got 3 stars. It's gonna give me a little message. You've recovered 3 power stars. Now you can open any door with a 3 on its star. You can come and go from the open courses as you please. The enemies ahead are even meaner, so be careful. So, you do that. And when you go back in here, because I think at a sequence, you can see that there's other stars, but it doesn't tell you what they are until you do them like in order. Which again, I just thought that was like a really nice touch. But yeah, the fact that like when this thing came out, when they added all the classic games in here, there wasn't a ton of stuff. But I really need to do this. We'll go here. I think it was like Nintendo and Super Nintendo were on the base version. And then when you add in, if you get the expansion pass, you have N64, the mature N64 stuff. Game Boy gets added, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. GameCube is only on Switch 2, I believe. I think there's something else that's in here too. They added Virtual Boy, but I think it's only on Switch 2. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, Game Boy Advance is the other one. And all these things just have games in them, and it's just like, man. Like, I guess the biggest selling point I have is like, if somebody's like, I don't really know what games I want to play on here, I'm like, just sign up for the expansion pass. If you like old games, if you have a game that you grew up with, it's probably in there. Like one of the easiest ones to get people to check out. Like, I like Demon's Crest, whatever. That's very obscure to me. So is Breath of Fire. However, there are a lot of people that know Battletoads, maybe one of these over here. Donkey Kong Country. You have all 3 of those games in here. Earthbound is literally one of my top 10 games of all time. There's a Kirby game down here. This is the Kirby game. You got Dreamland 3. This has this is the one though. Killer Instinct, if you're into fighting games, is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Is another like amazing game. There's so much stuff that's in here. Just it's again, this is just with the expansion pass. And you also have stuff like this here. So you have Super Metroid, which is, again, some people say it's like their favorite game of all time, or it's like the most influential game of all time or something, because it started the whole genre. And you also have the one that's over here that says special. And what these will be is they will unlock everything for you. So if you want to just like go to the game with like all sorts of powers and stuff, you can just do this. And they just give that to you. I think this has all the levels unlocked or something. Yeah. Or if you don't want to do that for Super Mario World, you can just go play the regular game. It's really cool. Really, really, really cool. And again, this is just part of the online pass. Like most things, if you play like for Xbox Live, you're just going to be able to play online. You're going to have some fucking 13-year-old screaming about how they raped your mom the other night or something. But if you get the Switch, maybe you can't really do a ton of like, you know, online games, but at the same time, like Mario Kart. It's all good. It's all good. I'm pretty sure you worked, so yeah, you should get some rest. I'm hoping last night for you was better. I haven't heard you mention that one guy all that much lately, which is always good. The less you have to worry about that man popping up in your personal life, the better. He who must not be named. Oh man. Oh, I gotta check the message out. I gotta check it. I think I actually opened it up, but I haven't got to play it yet. I was hoping he fell off the face of the earth, but it sounds like he's somehow still out there. This game. This game does this thing where they don't really, I don't think they have this in the later games. You have a rival. So for Mario, it's Donkey Kong. So what happens is anytime that you get, wherever you're at, Donkey Kong will always be right there by you. He will also have an unlimited supply of power-ups. So he can just do this forever. They can just toss them at you. You can't do that. I think that's super lame. Especially if you start playing on like the higher difficulties or the higher speeds or whatever. So. Oh man, it's crazy when you talk about this stuff. I'm like, these are the kinds of things you have to deal with. Like, if you go up to like a supervisor or manager level, like, it's things like that where it's like, you know what, we need to get rid of this person, and then they cross the line, you're out the door. Like, you have done. We have tried to work with you, but you are an insane person. Putting little emojis of snakes. Look at you, look at you. I don't think you have a mirror in here, but like, look at you. You're precious. You're like a national treasure. You do nothing to anybody. And this guy's over here like, ah, don't trust her. She's evil. Yeah, okay, buddy. It's crazy that there's only one person in the warehouse that thinks that about you. Ah, man. Yes. There is a movie I have. What? Wait, what did you do? Do you remember when you said the thing about not liking pasta on Facebook and they like banned you temporarily? Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community. What? Weird. I hope that's not what you just said. I see it. Anyway. Man. It's something about stalking. It's like, oh, that's unacceptable. You can't do that here. You can make twerking videos on TikTok, but you can't talk about stalking. Yeah, okay. What is this movie called? I think it's not fear.com. There is something else. There's some movie I downloaded a while ago that somebody recommended. I was like, oh, it's they didn't recommend it because they were like, oh, it's good. They were like, it's a movie that if you watch it, it is very like 2002-ish. Let's see. What it was about a stalker. It was about a situation like what you're dealing with that guy. God, that guy's so fucking weird. Every time you tell me about him, I'm like, man, that guy's straight up bonkers. Anyway, whatever. Mario Kart is Mario Kart. I don't think the game's all that great. I don't think this specific game holds up all that well, but Mario Kart 64, sure. Anyway, as I was saying, though, you just have access to all this stuff. Even I don't think you'll have this. Maybe you will. Mario Paint. There's a whole thing with that game. If you have a Switch 2, you can pull the Joy-Con off and turn it sideways and use it as like a mouse, but it's like you're holding your phone like this sideways and the buttons are up here. Someone's like, man, it seems like it's really cool. It's like, no, it's not. This is not practical. Who wants to hold a mouse like that? Who wants to hold a mouse like sideways, basically? Donkey Kong Country 2. Check this out. Let me go back here. So you have Donkey Kong Country, which let's go ahead and see the intro. This ain't your parents' Donkey Kong. This is a Donkey Kong for us cool kids that were 8 years old at the time. That are now we're getting close to our parents' age back when this game came out. Ah, man. So again, Donkey Kong Country. Whoa. Oh, we got a new Donkey Kong for a new generation. He even has a tie. And he dances too. Alright. I just wanted to play the intro because that's all you need to see, just to know, just to get the setting right. Alright, so when I was younger, I had the first friend that I made, this kid named Jarrett. He moved from Alaska down to here, which is probably why I was able to like be friends with him because he didn't have any sort of like previous thing against me. Um, when you're a kid, you make friends. It's like, oh wow, this person has my favorite Barbie doll. We're best friends now. Do you have Barbie dolls too? Yes, I do. Oh man, you're my best friend also. So for him, he stayed in my neighborhood and rode the bus. We were in the same class, and he also had a Super Nintendo. He had a Super Nintendo and a Game Boy. I think he had a couple of Nintendo games too. But he had Donkey Kong Country too. Um, the way that I used to read this, you can read it. I'm going to say it out loud in a second. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, because you're playing as Dixie and you got another Kong with you. Now, Donkey Kong Country 2, we spent so much time playing this game. This game is called, when I used to read it, when I was like, oh man, let's go play Diddy Kong's Quest, because it's Diddy Kong's Quest. He's going on a quest. 20 years later, I'm listening to a podcast, and this person's like, oh yeah, I really like the way that they kind of did something clever with the title there. They're Diddy's Kong Quest. Diddy's Kong Quest. Mind blown. Then I realized, like, oh man, the S is in a different spot in this title. It's crazy. But this is the one right here. People talk about, they like Donkey Kong Country games. The first one's alright. I absolutely hate the third. I do not like the third at all. But the second one with Diddy and Dixie, perfect. Diddy's Conquest. I don't understand how I didn't see that when I was younger. What is this? I gotta check my stuff on Instagram more. I never use Instagram. Anyway, but yeah, playing as the two cool kids. Little erase game. Here we go. So instead of having Donkey Kong, who was, you get the big character and you get the small character, the agile character. Instead, you play as two kids. You get Diddy, who's got his cool little hat on. He's got his t-shirt on. He's not wearing any pants, because that's what you do back then. This is how all of us dressed back in the 90s. Nobody had pants on ever. You got him. You got her. So, let's see. I don't think there's really anything special that you can do. Forgot about this. I didn't even mean to do that. Dang it, I forgot that was right there. Alright, we'll keep going. I didn't mean to skip the entire level here. Whatever, let's go ahead and screw it. Ugh, missed that too. I will demonstrate her thing in a second. In the first game, Donkey Kong has the ability to like knock over heavier enemies. Diddy is he's a faster character, which is cool. In this game, like Dixie is like, if you go back and you play Mario 2 and having Princess Peach, you can float. That's wild. Like, that makes her such a lifesaver in so many situations. But again, it makes like Diddy redundant, but at the same time, at least Diddy moves faster than Donkey Kong does. But when they give you like Kiddy Kong in the next game, absolutely hate it. See that? I just did it right there. Stupid life-saving technique. Good. But yeah, I guess that's my sales pitch for the Switch Online stuff. Like, there's all these games that are in here. You could get the Switch Online and not own a single Switch game, and if you like old games, like, if you have memories from like Game Boy or Nintendo or whatever, like, there's just so much stuff that's there. I think the one downside to me is that they don't update the Sega Genesis version all that much. This thing right here, but even then, the games they put out, like, by now, a lot of them are like hits. Unfortunately, they don't have all the Sonic games in here. They've got Sonic 2, which is, to me, that's my favorite. A lot of people really love Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I don't have memories of that game. You got Sonic, you got Street Fighter, you got Streets of Rage 1 and 2. Like, 2 is another one of my like favorite games of all time. I have a soft spot now for Virtua Fighter 2. You got Toe Jam and Earl 1 and 2 down over here. Phantasy Star, Kid Chameleon, which I used to think this was the coolest kid ever. I want to be just like him. Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, like, this game is amazing. Comic Zone, they're making a Amazon series about this, I think. Like, it's all part of that same bundle. It's crazy. There's so much value in that thing. Echo the Dolphin, Gunstar Heroes, like, look at this. Come on, crazy value. remember renting this game back in the day and just being impressed with the way that it looked. I had no clue what they wanted me to do. To this day, honestly, I don't know what they want me to do. I know that like the last level, you're fighting like some sort of like alien. So those stars on his head are supposed to, I thought they were just like sparkles. They're supposed to represent like actual stars. I guess it's a sign of what's going on in the game. But man, how do you pause? There is something with, okay, there it is. I'll go forward. So I used to get this magazine called Tips and Tricks from the grocery store, and to put the code in to unlock, let me see, there's like a, hold on, I'm gonna look for the codes right now. Okay, so it says, while playing, move Echo left and right and pause the game with Echo facing you. I didn't understand that. I did not understand how I was supposed to do that. I was like, how on earth do you get him to look at the screen? It's a specific frame. It's not, it's right there. It's not there, it's not there, it's not there. It's literally that frame I just had a second ago. Right here. So let's see, let's see if this code works. Right, BC, BC, down, C, up. There we go. And this lets you do all sorts of crazy stuff. But again, I didn't understand that back in the day. Like, I didn't understand how you're supposed to make him, like, look at you. I also had no clue what the game wanted you to do. Sing to the shelled ones, and they will heal your wounds. The person that came up with the idea for this game, they said the same thing. Like, we just wanted to make something that was different. So we just kind of started working on this weird dolphin game, and it turned into what it is. So the idea, what you do here, is that you're hanging out with all your dolphin buddies. Because again, I didn't understand it back then. They want you to have the freedom of being a dolphin. If you remember, back in the 90s, this all the time. It's really crazy how we were all obsessed with saving the rainforest for some reason. All of a sudden, this happens. Why would you think to do that? I don't understand what's supposed to indicate to you that you should probably, hey, just try jumping as high as you can. And it only happens the one time. But yeah, this is like a adventure puzzle game where you play as a dolphin, and that's cool, I guess. It's just tough. Suddenly great winds of water. Yep. Like I was saying though, it's really cool that all this stuff is just in this little bundle right here. Like if you get the Switch Online thing, you can play games online with people. You can actually, if you have their friend code, you can go into something like this or whatever games are 2 players, and you can play them online. You have to know the person you're playing with, but a lot of times is whatever. When they added in Street Fighter 2, I was like, oh man, that's cool. Or Golden Axe 2, Gunstar, whatever. Some of these games, cool. When they added in GoldenEye, that was the moment when I was like, oh man, this thing has like officially gone to new levels. There you go, buddy. There you go, boy. There you go. It's Grandpa. you, buddy. Thank you. This dog is like a sack of potatoes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got the smallest eyes too. His little nose. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Hello. Hello. No. Yeah, Peewee. You were sleeping on the bed earlier, buddy. Don't be mad. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, buddy. I feel like my dog is giving me a side eye because I'm holding this guy right here. Anyway, all right, I'm going to let it out. There you go. But yeah, 10 out of 10. That Switch expansion pass is so worth the money to me. I hear people say like, "Oh, you can get these games for free." I'm like, you could get them for free, but you don't have them for free. So give Nintendo your money. $50 a year. It's so much cheaper. Anyway, though, I'm gonna go ahead and probably, I guess, take a break. I didn't plan on stream. I plan on streaming for like 30 minutes, like 20, 30 minutes. I started like what 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It is now 8:30. It is daylight outside. So yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. If you're out there, Pam, thank you. I miss you, and